you ever noticed that the women with the best bodies at the gym aren't the ones in the classes? They're the ones working out by themselves. They're the ones with their headphones in, tracking their rest periods, tracking their weights, their reps. They're the ones who are super focused and dialed in. And I'm not saying that classes are useless. I'm not saying that they're not fun. I'm not saying that it's not social hour for some. But like, that's the difference. I go to a gym where there's classes, there's all kinds of classes. And honestly, the women in those classes look a lot like the women that I work with one-on-one. And their most common complaints are that they don't understand why what they're doing isn't working. They show up, they go to the gym, they eat fairly clean, and they don't get it. And nutrition is huge, I'm not denying that, but if you're going to a workout class more than twice a week and you leave that class and you could literally do that class again, it's not effective. And I'm not saying that it's not good for your heart health. I'm not saying that it's going to help you live longer. You know, I'm not saying that exercise of any kind is bad. I'm saying if you have specific aesthetic goals, you want to look a certain way, you can't outsource your training to a non-customized class. And even if the class is like awesome, like Les Mills, and it really is an intense experience for you, that also doesn't necessarily mean it will translate to the aesthetic goals that you want. Just because you're doing squats and deadlifts and maybe chest press and dumbbell and rows doesn't mean that that's actually going to translate into the body and the aesthetic changes that you're looking to have happen. Once again, those are not bad exercises. There's nothing wrong with those. But if you are looking for specific aesthetic changes, they might not be right for you, or you might need to be doing different versions of them. Classes are convenient, they are social, and for people who don't want or can't afford their own personal coach, I totally understand the appeal. But at the end of the day, you have to decide, do I want to trade my time or my money to fix this problem? And I see so many women trading their time for a solution that actually isn't going to get them anywhere close to where they want to be. And the women in these classes, I don't mean anything rude by this, but like, I've never looked at anyone in those classes and been like, wow, I wish I looked like them. Because those classes do not produce the results that specific bodybuilding, periodized training does, along with appropriate nutrition. And today, when I was kind of overseeing this class, because I was in like this private-ish section of the gym, most of the women just looked like they were somewhere else mentally. And it was like, it's, you know, Monday morning, so it's not like they had had a long day of work and they were zoning out. Like, the look in their eyes, you could tell they weren't trying that hard, and they were laughing and they were giggling, and the instructor was doing impersonations. Like, it was kind of a joke. And imagine going to the gym, imagine paying for that experience, and then going home and thinking for the rest of the day that like that was really effective and good for you. Do you understand where like the rubber hits the road? It's either an effective workout and will give you the aesthetic changes you want, or it isn't. And it is really that black and white. And if you are one of these women who's going to these classes and you don't understand why your body isn't changing, I would love to have a Zoom consult with you. I'm not going to tell you to never go to a class again, but I will be honest with you if I think you need to make some changes. And once again, stop wasting your own time. Like, some of those classes are like an hour, and not all of you have an extra hour in the day to then go do a second workout or to get your steps in or whatever. And so that hour really should be maximized and should be super strategic for your goals, your life, and your body, quite frankly. So if you want to chat, comment consult, DM me consult. I'm here and I want to help.